All hell is breaking loose in Russia's war against Ukraine as Donald Trump's plan with Putin is now exposed. Donald Trump and Putin, in essence, working together to embolden Kim Jong-un to allow North Korea to provide ballistic and cruise missiles to Russia to rain down on Ukraine as Donald Trump further attacks NATO, as Donald Trump attacks South Korea, as Donald Trump weakens the United States alliances and leaves Ukraine to fend for itself as the winter approaches without the much needed Patriot interceptors, where Donald Trump promised at least Patriot interceptors to Zelenskyy back in early July during the NATO summit. Yup, the same NATO summit in Ankara where Donald Trump escaped the old Air Force One with Natalie on the catering container, fearful that he was going to get assassinated by Iran. Let's break down what is going on right now. I will share this with you as Ukraine is doing everything in its power to try to stop Russia's ongoing attacks. You have footage right here of a Ukrainian soldier using a German-supplied MG3 machine gun to shoot down an incoming Russian attack drone at near point-blank range. Watch this. This is how they're doing it. And by the way, if you've watched Drone Hunters, where Ken Harba from the MeidasTouch network was in Ukraine shooting down drones with the Ukrainian army, I got to give a hat tip to that coverage, but more importantly, the courageous people over there in Ukraine shooting down these drones. Here, play this clip. Next, I will share with you some of the recent attacks on Zhytomyr. You'll see that this Russian attack hit a police station in the area, sending drones about 700 kilometers from the front. Here, play this clip. Then I'll share this with you as well, because Russia launched a massive strike on Kyiv last night. Take a look at this seemingly ordinary summer night until Russia strikes hard with ballistic missiles, although I should say nothing is an ordinary summer night with all hell breaking loose. Take a look at this video that's circulating right now, showing several Russian missile strikes hitting the Ukrainian capital in rapid succession. Russian forces have launched more than 20 missiles against Kyiv and its suburbs, with residential buildings being hit and power disruptions across parts of the city. Denny's from Ukraine covering this as well. Let's play this clip.
О, нихуя себе. Я это тоже снял, брат. Ну это мощная хуйня. О, еще летит. Пух нахуй. Я это тоже снял. Да, конечно, ебашит плотно. Я того рот ебал. Я здесь такие фейерверки снял.
Max 26, Jay and Kyiv are on this as well, bringing the open source intelligence information that we rely on here to bring you this news as well. They do incredible work. Blackouts right now in Kyiv after what you just saw there. The Russians struck energy infrastructure. They are intentionally striking lots of the lights in the region, lots of the energy infrastructure. Here's the kind of minimum amount of weapons that were used against Ukraine last night. 13 hypersonic missiles, 8 Iskander ballistics, 2 North Korean-made KH-23 ballistics struck Kyiv. There have been dozens of injured, multiple deaths right now. You can hear right here the people in Kyiv terrified about what's going on. And it does indeed seem that as we've been reporting, there are no interceptors in Kyiv, in Ukraine, to stop these ballistic barrages coming from Putin's Russia, as Donald Trump tapped Zelenskyy along, saying, "We will give you the license, and then we will not give you the license." Watch for yourself what's going down. Now, here's the aftermath of the airstrikes in the Zelenskyy district of Kyiv. You can see people trapped in residential buildings. A horrific sight indeed. Let's play it. A photo of one of these residential buildings that were hit in Kyiv. And then, of course, Ukraine striking back. Let's be very clear. All hell is breaking loose in the region. You have Ukraine striking back, burning Russian logistics centers, whether it's the Wildberries or other logistics centers, have been hit hard. And you'll see some of the Russian logistics on the land corridor on the route to Crimea between Berdyansk and Mariupol being hit. We'll see this right now. Let's play it. You can see here how the Russian warships are trying to adapt to Ukraine's drone warfare. You can see the large array of anti-drone protective structures. Hat-tip Kirshan Kat does a great job as well. Let's run the B-roll right now as a drone operator from Ukraine infiltrates a Russian FPV drone operator base and blows it up from the inside. Look at the precision right here with which the Ukrainian drone is finding the drone operator from Russia located in this building. Those FPV drones, that's modern warfare right now. Russia has its Shaheeds, its FPVs, and of course its ballistics and cruise missiles. Ukraine it was early on the HIMARS, those ATACMS. Those are no longer really working as well. Russia developed jamming systems that really kind of neutralized the effectiveness of those HIMARS, which back a few years ago were one of the main reasons why Ukraine was able to stop the Russian advance. But now Ukraine's using the Fire.1, Fire.2 drones. The FP5 is the Flamingo missile. And now they're even developing a Fire.9. I've seen some prototypes as well. You can see right here, B-roll it please, the 422nd Separate Unmanned Systems Regiment of the 17th Army Corps cutting through Russian logistics with Hornet mid-range strike drones right there. And it was a very large-scale Ukrainian counteroffensive as well. I showed you the Russian strikes in Kyiv. We're focused now on the Ukraine strikes as well in Russia. Like in Russia's city of Ufa, right here, you can see an oil refinery that was previously repaired hit again. See it for yourself.
Ever wake up sweaty, freezing, or just uncomfortable? The temperature in your bedroom can make or break your sleep. That's why I switched to Miracle Made sheets. They're inspired by NASA technology and use silver-infused temperature-regulating fabric to help you sleep perfectly all night long. Here's the thing, thanks to their antibacterial silver technology, Miracle Made sheets stay cleaner and fresher up to 3 times longer than regular sheets. That means fewer odors, fewer wash cycles, and way less laundry. All that hidden bacteria in regular sheets, it can clog your pores and cause breakouts. Miracle Made's antibacterial design helps you sleep cleaner and clearer night after night. And they feel just as good, if not better, than sheets you'd find at a 5-star hotel, but without that steep price tag. Smooth, breathable, and ridiculously comfortable. Miracle Made sheets are crafted with NASA-inspired silver-infused fabric that helps regulate your body temperature. Hot sleeper, cold sleeper, it doesn't matter. These sheets help keep you in the comfort zone all night long. Upgrade your sleep or give the gift of better rest. Go to trymiracle.com/Meidas to try Miracle Made sheets today. You'll save over 40%, and when you use promo code Meidas, you'll get an extra 20% off plus a free 3-piece towel set. They make an amazing gift, and with a 30-day money-back guarantee, there's no risk. That's trymiracle.com/Meidas, code Meidas at checkout. Thanks to Miracle Made for sponsoring this episode.
Now, here's what's happening in Russia too. This is really a matter of what's going to happen before winter, because this is very existential. And this is why the Trump-Putin plan, as I see it, I'm giving you my opinion in this video as protected by the First Amendment, but what this plan was all about. I'm giving you my opinion. Again, feel free to disagree with the opinion. This is opinion-free speech, this video, okay? Putin calls Trump July 4th. 250th anniversary of the United States. They speak for 90 minutes. Shortly thereafter, Donald Trump makes it seem like he's going to be helping Zelenskyy. They meet at Ankara, Turkey. Trump says, I'm going to give you the license for the interceptors. Trump doesn't give the license come the beginning of August. Russia, meanwhile, is building out its capabilities along the border in Kaliningrad as well, which is not actually attached to mainland Russia, but is located between Poland and Lithuania. That's why we saw some of that jamming activity in Kaliningrad the other day with NATO. Not quite sure that Donald Trump even fully realizes that NATO was coming to Ukraine's defense with this jamming system. But then Donald Trump thereafter rushed to Russia's defense. In my view, the helping Kim Jong-un is all about allowing Kim Jong-un to help Russia in this catastrophic and unlawful war against Ukraine. So what's going to happen in the winter? Zelenskyy doesn't have interceptors. You have Putin building up a massive ballistic arsenal. This could be a very deadly, it will be a very deadly winter. But what's going to happen first? Can Zelenskyy effectively disrupt life in Russia so much, take out these logistic centers, bring the war deep in Russia with these FP5s that go 2,000 kilometers, 3,000 kilometers? Or will Russia be able to weather this, build up its drone defenses, and then strike hard come the winter? And if you want to know why Russia's focused on these energy grids, because they want to make this a frigid, freezing winter for Ukrainians. So the Russian military strategist, former general staff member, and doctor of military science, Konstantin Sivkov, warned that the country is on the verge of a social political explosion as the capital's irritation with government policies and a split within the Russian elite are reaching a breaking point. The Russian stock market struggling, the Russian markets, the oligarchs losing a lot of money right now with these Ukrainian strikes. I mean, again, just look over here, Ukrainian Air Force hitting hard in this summer campaign certain Russian bridges. Look right here, B-roll it, Ukrainian attack drones striking more of that Ufa facility. And so this is what's going on. This is what I want us all to pay attention to. So come the winter, we're not shocked. We're not surprised. And also, I think what Zelenskyy views, what Kushner and Witkoff are trying to do is stop in Ukraine first. They have never visited Ukraine yet, Witkoff and Kushner. Then they're going to go to Russia. So what they're doing, in my view, is carrying out orders from Putin to Trump, giving you my opinion, to Kushner and Witkoff to try to force a surrender of Zelenskyy. Zelenskyy doing everything he can to ensure that Ukraine will be protected come this winter. That's why we see all these wildberry strikes. So keep your eye out on that. Russian political strategist and commentator Alexei Chadyaev, as Jay and Kiev puts it, says millions of Russians, if not the majority, are now calling for an end to this war as they lose what took decades to build: refineries, companies, ports, whole industries, further citing the exchanging of all this for more fictitious military victories and saying that, is this even worth it? You know, it's notable the parallels here. Trump and Putin. Putin told his people it would be 3 days. 3 days, we would take over Ukraine. Trump said we'd be able to take over in just a matter of time. 3 days, 2 weeks, we've got it. We've got it. Putin has the same stuff. It's like the same mindset. 2 weeks, we're doing. I mean, if you look at what Putin's been saying, it reminds me so much of the type of stuff that Trump says about Hormuz. Look at what Putin says. Despite the recent terrorist attacks, our trade infrastructure is operating efficiently and reliably. Ukraine's terrorist attacks are, of course, causing us harm, but there have not been and cannot be any critical consequences. I mean, perhaps more honest than Donald Trump, actually. So you've got that. You have Zelenskyy saying, my main task for the Minister of Defense of Ukraine is to put our defense system, our production and procurement system, and our supply system to the troops on a truly effective footing, so that those defending life in Ukraine have everything they need to repel Russian attacks, hold our positions on the front, and carry out our active operations. Yevgeny Kamara proved through his service with the SSU's Alpha Special Operations Center that he does not speak lightly and knows full well that occupiers are not defeated with empty promises. Zelenskyy also refers to the Russian strikes of Ukrainian cities as the Russian safari against our people in Kherson has long gone beyond anything a normal person could imagine. This morning, the Russians struck an ordinary minibus in Kherson with an FPV drone. 4 people were killed and 5 others were wounded there. Similarly, in the Kharkiv region, Zelenskyy says a Russian attack on a busy intersection located by post office and stores surrounded by residential buildings resulted in 10 people there being killed. Zelenskyy sends his condolences. Now, with Ukraine being hit hard by North Korean supplied ballistics and cruise missiles to Russia, Donald Trump was asked, what is up with you, he asked in the Oval Office, with your cozying up to Kim Jong-un again and attacking South Korea? Dude, what the hell are you doing again? This is what you're doing? You're doing the Kim Jong-un thing again? And by the way, Kim Jong-un's sister said, we don't know what the hell he's talking about. We ain't talking to him. I mean, how again humiliating for the United States when Trump makes up conversations with Kim Jong-un and Iran, and then they say, we ain't having these conversations. But this was Donald Trump, kind of, in my view, my opinion, this is one of the receipts I base it on, is Trump's asked a very basic question. So you said that North Korea has 57 nuclear weapons. So is your goal denuclearization? The answer should be yes. The answer is a simple yes. So I'm just trying to understand this. Donald Trump is angry at South Korea, which increased its GDP to military defense ratio in line with what Trump and Hegseth were basically extorting them to do. South Korea did it. South Korea has been a loyal ally of the United States, and South Korea pays for the U.S. defenses in South Korea. But because South Korea did not want to join Trump's unlawful and catastrophic war against Iran that Trump and Netanyahu went it alone on, after Trump the previous year said he totally obliterated Iran's nuclear capabilities. So why were we even there in the first place, other than for Trump and Netanyahu to slaughter little girls at Manab and Lamerd and other places in Iran? But because South Korea did not want to join that, Donald Trump wants North Korea to gain nuclear weapons? And there are no more nuclear weapons as North Korea threatens the United States with nuclear weapons? What the hell is this? I mean, this is a crazy person, and we need to call it the hell out. This is what Donald, and a dangerous, I mean, a existentially dangerous person. Here's what Trump says. Let's play it.
Mr. President, earlier today you said North Korea has something like 57 nuclear weapons. They've been expanding their nuclear program. Is your goal in trying to re-engage with Chairman Kim still denuclearization? And what makes you think you can be successful now when you weren't?
Well, I don't want to talk about that, but I do have a good relationship with Kim Jong-un. As you know, you've seen. He didn't like Biden. He didn't like Obama. He didn't like anybody, but he likes me, and I just got along with him very good. We had great meetings. We speak.
There you have it. Everybody, please hit subscribe Let's get to 7 million subscribers. We're thankful for you. We're grateful for you. Pre-order WTF America Now, the book I wrote with my brothers. The pre-order momentum, the publisher says, is really good. Please help us keep it up. It's dedicated to you, the Meidas Mighty. Don't wait until October. If you are able to pre-order it now, we'll put a link in the description below. You can Google WTF America, or you can click the QR code above. Thank you all so much. Let's keep on fighting together.
Breaking news right now, my brothers and I wrote a book. It's called WTF America. And well, doesn't that just say it all? It comes out officially this October, but you can pre-order your copy today. Just scan the QR code or click the link in the description below.